Yes! Roll! Yes! Captain Falcon, you saved the day. Do you have anything to tell us? Any advice? Yeet! Well, that's really lovely, Captain Falcon. I don't know. Cloud!
I'm actually not eating the mic. It's just the 3DS mic is so bad, I'm like actually really far away from it and it still sounds terrible. If I'm making new scripts, the last thing I can do is remember where I said the thing. I don't get it, like I don't have a single fucking moment sometimes. They give you like a second to record. So last time I got a little carried away. You know, I was like, my official stance is, last time I played this, when I did the cutscene editing, I feel like I could have done better. That was a shit show. But the game itself is awesome. We're gonna just start with the basic micro games, Wario's, see how far I can get, and continue unlocking shit and seeing all of the mini games that we missed. I just want Charles Martinet to narrate everything I do.
Not bad.
Not bad. He's so good. I can't believe they've kept his voice from us for so long. You know, we got little bits of grunting. There's like noises here and there, you know, but getting full narration, full voice acting, it's everything I've ever wanted and more. I don't want him to do Luigi. I like old classic Luigi much better. Which classic Luigi do you mean? Do you talk about, the Danny Wells Luigi? Or do you mean, hey Mario, Tony Rosado Luigi? Hey Mario! Or do you mean, in Mario Party, Luigi sounded kind of weird. He was like, yeah! Luigi had a really high-pitched voice for a little while there. I love that this demon has a knife. The implication he's trying to kill. He's trying to kill Wario with a knife. Knife murder is now in a Nintendo game. Thank you for showing me this game exists. You know, you're not the first person that said that. I had a couple people say they didn't know this game was coming out. I mean, this is pretty much everything I've ever wanted in a WarioWare game. It's probably the best WarioWare game in some respects. But it is short, despite having 300 minigames and a fuckload of unlockables. I just don't think they advertised a lot of this. If Nintendo's doing 3DS games, at this present moment in time, I feel like these are the ones that are gonna be just kind of shat out a bit. And I don't mean shat out, I mean like, you know, this is obviously a high quality game, it's really, really well done, but it's probably not as complex as something like fucking Breath of the Wild. You know what the thing that sucks about Luigi's Mansion? If I were to get the remake on the 3DS, I'd still have to use my old Crust 3DS that doesn't have an extra analog nub and is not compatible with the edition that gives you analog. So I'd have to play Luigi's Mansion with one analog stick, the left one. Maybe they'll make the game in such a way that now you only need the one analog stick. That'd be cool. I'm ready to end this, honestly. There's not a lot of mini-games here, so I think it's time for me to just, like, move on to different mini-games. How much longer do you think Nintendo's gonna hold on to the 3DS?
Excellent.
Oh wow, I won by doing absolutely nothing. Shit. Shit! Well, fuck! I think they're gonna hold on to the 3DS a little longer because there's just so many of them out in the world and they're really cheap and the system, you know, you can buy a 2DS and it's relatively inexpensive in that regard, so why not? They're gonna continue making a couple games for it. I mean, there was a rumored Link's Awakening remake, but now I kinda just want that on the Switch, if it is to be a thing. So yeah, we'll probably get a little bit more 3DS support. Hey there, do you like my pecs? Someone said I wish this was on the Switch. Me too, but you know what? I wouldn't mind something more like Game & Wario on the Switch. Less mini-games, but more substantial, and taking full advantage of the Switch's features. You know, if they're gonna do something different for the Switch version, I'd be cool with that. If we'll get a Switch version, ever. The problem with Game & Wario is that some of the fucking games on there just sucked. I don't know why, I got bored of the GameCube one, despite it being a really good game. WarioWare Shake It? Yeah, I don't know about that. I heard it was good, but I'd never wanted to shake it. My favorite Wario game was probably Wario Land 1. And still might be. Some fucking bizarre one. How does Link have that many hearts but no sword and no sub-weapon? Some, like, a sub-item. I feel like Link and Michael Jackson kind of have a similar thing going on with them voices. I'm so sorry for saying that. Whoa, you fuck! Give me the eggplant!
Did your hand slip?
The coin system in this game is really good, though. I like that for unlocks. That makes me feel like there's always something getting done. Oh my god.
Careful now.
I am genuinely trying, by the way. I'm gonna do some twisting. So in order to complete these micro games, you need to speed! This is a weird one. It's kinda cool, though. This is the beginning of Splatoon 2. The post-apocalyptic world that is Splatoon 2. Really? To strut? There was, like, Octoroks in the audience. What is that noise? That sounds so familiar.
You must be
I
cursed.
was looking at chat. It's the Twilight Princess Storebird. I just let person drown because I was busy trying to find out what that was from. Who thinks of this shit? Who thinks of putting a horse on a blimp? That's so good. Okay. Just making sure I have to drop the beetle. And I strutted too hard. I love that one. What if Nintendo announced Wind Waker 2? That wasn't just Phantom Hourglass. I'd actually 100% be down for that style again. But less Phantom Hourglass and more, you know, more Wind Waker. Yeah, Phantom Hourglass was good. I liked Phantom Hourglass. I finished it. It's just Spirit Tracks that I didn't ever want to see again, and I never finished. The thing about Spirit Tracks is, it's not even that bad. It just felt very restrictive. You know, I got to the point where I just didn't want to use the touchscreen for Zelda anymore. Someone in chat said, NES Remix wishes it could do this. You know, I'd be down for another NES Remix game. I completely forgot that thing existed. So what do you do in WarioWare Gold? What do you do in that game that you bought, son? You have to tickle, the man's pits.
Curry every day.
They don't think it'd be like it is. That was a sports minigame, everyone. It's Quap, but swimming. I look over in chat and someone says, try taking the underwear off in the clothes minigame. And then I look back over to the game and never again look at chat. Oh, you can take you can take it off. That one? Check out these Beatle lyrics. It's okay to leave a dog in a hot car. Ooh, nothing bad could possibly happen if you leave a dog in a hot car. Is that real lyrics? Yeah, it is. Beatles hate dogs. Fuck them. Jimmy T reminds me of that one dude from Time Splitters. Do you remember how long it took me to figure that one out? Shit! Why is why is Jivy T so obsessed with the 70s anyway? Shut up, you wouldn't understand Jive Turkey. Wait, is that his name? Is that his nickname, Jive Turkey? Or are you calling me a Jive Turkey? Get the feeling that these guys want Taco Bell. Turns out you gotta, like, wait and read some of these things. How hard it must be to come up with new concepts for minigames, when some of the original ones covered all the bases already. It's so hard to get those purple ones. Best dungeon, yeah, I want that to be a fully expanded minigame. I want a full Grimrock clone in WarioWare. I read that very quickly as moist waiters, and I'm thinking there is something very wrong with me. Endless sneaky gamer, I'm thinking about it. You know, I'm not good at those anyway, those types of minigames, but that was just, I was like, oh, it'll go. Yep, we know the lore now behind that minigame. What's the lore? Is that she has a sister who does that and she loves doing it. Like, she's got this whole method about sucking the snot back up, and like a philosophy. That face!
That's how it's done.
I didn't know she was marrying Seinfeld, that was cool. Albert Einstein? Handsome Albert.
Nice. One more. All done.
Which Tamagotchi character is this? Ralph and your lookalike? You guys suck. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that if your teeth are totally black, you should probably just give up. It's crazy to think that when the NES first came out, any one of these game concepts could have been turned into a full game, like a full-priced single game with just a high score being like the main draw. And you just do that one thing like this. This could have been an NES game where you just do this, and that's all there is. Just this. I would imagine the Atari. Yeah, the Atari is a better fit. Not so much the NES, but even the NES had some really basic game concepts, like very arcadey when it first came out, when it was, you know, first released in Japan and then in the US in 85. It still had some really simple arcadey game concepts. Alright everyone, we're gonna be doing some hula therapy. You can do therapy with a lot of things. I'm sure you can do therapy with a hula hoop. I like donut therapy better. Who wants to go on a chocolate donut therapy hike? Only 30 bucks an hour. Or, you know, you could just combine... You can combine things with yoga. Like sweat yoga, chocolate donut yoga, therapy hike, hike yoga, essential oil yoga, burnt toast yoga, Yoda yoga. You may not believe this, but while I'm shaking the screen like a mad cunt, I kinda can't see what's happening. Wario probably has some muscular inner thighs, but they're not as sweaty as Captain Falcon's. I was just reading a chat member's statement. I added the Captain Falcon bit. Why is he a captain, though? Like, how did he become a captain? Captain's the Great Falcon? Yeah, but... alright. I mean, then he gave himself the title captain? Like, he didn't work up to it? You know, I'll give him that he's a damn good pilot. And if he wants to call himself a captain, that's fine. I'm a lieutenant in that case. When he was younger, there were a lot of gangs that tried to get him into, like, F-Zero sweatshops, but he was tough. He was a tough kid. He fought them all off, because he was an orphan. It's rumored that he was a captain because he was once an officer for Internova Police Force. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Which is why I want that that GTA-like F-Zero game that explores Captain Falcon's lore. My nemesis, the analog clock. WarioWare Gold is just is just Smash Ultimate. There's a good Game Explain video of what the stages look like in Smash Ultimate. I would really, really recommend it. It shows you the visual upgrades from the previous versions of the stages to now. Papa-chan!
Unfortunate.
What? But yeah, it's a really good video, and you'd be surprised at the visual upgrades between the stages. Even ones that were in the Wii U version. Why is a baby buying sweatshirts? What the fuck? Oh, right. that's success. Doot 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 ba da ba da 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 da.
Come on!
I don't really understand that minigame very much. You have to touch her. Oh. I thought it was just don't look. It's red light, green light. I'm just a dumbass. Do you think they make kebabs for, babies? Kebabs? That's gotta be Waluigi. I feel like we need a new Wario game at least once every 2 years. Or not even just like Game & Wario, but like various Wario games. I guess I'll do 9 Volt too, because, you know, what... Oh, right, I said I was gonna do Ashley. Okay, here, I'll do Ashley then. You know I'm not that funny already, but now it's gonna be proven to you.
Boom, boom, boom.
Why don't I translate for you? Something about being hungry.
I just essentially have to talk to myself 3 times, not actually knowing... not actually knowing what I said the other 2 times. Never use an umbrella as a baseball bat. This has been Vinesauce Advice. Thank you for watching.